Good morning all of you. We are discussing about the coordinate covalent bond. Already in the last class I explained about the how coordinate covalent bond is forming, also calling as a dative bond, also calling as a donor acceptor bond. Everything I explained. And today I will explain some examples for the coordinate covalent bond. This is the first example, CO molecule. You know, CO molecule is a carbon monoxide. So just write down Lewis dot structure for this. Carbon has 4 valency electrons denoted as 4 dots. Oxygen has 6 valency electrons shown as 6 electrons dots. First of all, 2 pair sharing is happening, then we are getting 2 covalent bonds we are getting. After formation of the 2 covalent bond, carbon has 1 lone pair, 2 bond pairs, together 6 electrons is there. And oxygen has 1, 2 bond pair, 2 lone pair. Anyway, how many electrons? 4 2s are 8 electrons. Already oxygen has stability and octet configuration, but carbon has shortage of 2 electrons for octet configuration. That's why what happening, which is already stable and satisfying octet configuration, donate electrons to carbon. That's why oxygen donating electrons to carbon, then you are getting a coordinate covalent bond, you are getting towards carbon atom, because oxygen donating, carbon receiving, which is normal lines covalent bond, which is arrow mark, that is the coordinate covalent bond. Just I will tell you one more example. HNO3 molecule is also having coordinate covalent bond in it. HNO3 means you know very well nitric acid. See, I will write always hydrogen should be terminal amount. So after that oxygen, nitrogen, oxygen, oxygen. Oxygen has 1 valency electron, sorry hydrogen. Oxygen has 6 valency electrons. Nitrogen has 5 valency electron because 50A group element. Oxygen has 6 valency electron. This oxygen also has 6 valency electron shown as 6 dots. First of all, here 1 electron purely covalent bond is forming. Here also 1 electron contributing, we are getting a 1 pair sharing single bond we are getting. After that nitrogen donate pair and oxygen donate pair, anyway between nitrogen and oxygen we have 2 pair sharing, that's why double bond is coming. Okay, now everyone is satisfied. Now here check it. This is right now has a 6 electron, but it is already has 8 electrons. Why? 1 2 3 3 2s are 6 electrons of bonds, and this is the lone pair. So already having stability and lone pair, that's why this nitrogen contribute pair of electrons to oxygen for sharing. That's why it is denoted by arrow mark. And I will tell you one more molecule is nothing but SO2 molecule is there. S, O and O. You know very well, every sulfur has 6 valence electron. Oxygen also has 6 valence electron because they are 6th group element having 6 valence electron, so shown as 6 dots. First of all, oxygen contribute 2 electron for sharing. Sulfur also, that's why double bond formation is happened. Now oxygen has 6 electrons, sulfur is also having 8 electrons, but this oxygen has a 6 electron. That's why what happening, this sulfur contributing electron pair to oxygen to attaining the stability, that is the coordinate covalent bond. I will give you one more thing is nothing but SO3 molecule. Sulfur surrounded by 3 oxygens. Now everyone has 6 electrons because all particles are belongs to the same family. Now oxygen also has 6 pairs. So now for my convenient I will write it here, 2 bonds is forming here. After that sulfur is already having octet configuration, but this oxygen has 6 electron, this oxygen has 6 electron, both are unstable. That's why this sulfur only contributing both the electron for sharing, that's why we are getting coordinate covalent. Here also donating pair of electrons to oxygen, coordinate covalent. Like this coordinate covalent bond, whatever normal lines is there, they are purely covalent bond. Whatever arrow mark is there, they are nothing but coordinate covalent bond will be there. Now I will tell you some important things is nothing but properties of coordinate covalent compounds is not equal similar to the covalent compound properties. a compound which are containing coordinate covalent bonds, in that they are calling as a coordinate covalent compound. First of all, we have to discuss about the physical state. Coordinate covalent compound are existing in solid phase and liquid phase and also in gaseous phase. And its hardness is nothing but melting point and boiling point. Okay, compare with ionic compound, these are having low melting and boiling point but more than covalent compound. So melting and boiling point of coordinate covalent bond is higher than covalent compound and lower than ionic compound. Why? Because compare with ionic compound, these are having less force of attraction, but compare with covalent compound, these are having a more force of attraction. So are you understanding or no? Yes, next we have to go for some other characteristics. So whatever other properties of this one I want to discuss is the third point is nothing but, so what are the other properties? So these are having high melting and boiling point and solubility, more soluble in non-polar solvents. Non-polar solvents, you know already very well, non-polar solvents means generally organic liquids. Organic liquid means is nothing but benzene, toluene, and as well as CCl4 carbon tetrachloride, like that. But these are less soluble in. Why these are soluble in non-polar? Similar to covalent compound. Covalent compound are soluble in non-polar, ionic compound are soluble in polar solvent. Less soluble in polar solvents. Polar solvents. And these are also like bad conductors as like covalent compound. These are also bad conductors for heat and electricity. And next, these coordinate covalent compound involving reactions are slow reactions. Why? Because the coordinate covalent bond is also a directional bond, and it want to participating in the chemical reaction, it had to break down and forming the new bond. Breaking the bonds, formation of the new bond taking place more time. So later we have to tell these are directional compound, that's why they can show space isomerism. Space isomerism or stereoisomerism. Stereoisomerism can be explained or can be followed by these compounds. All of you understood or no? Yes, it's a very important characteristics. Now we are going to a new concept for all of you. Listen, it's a but very important concept. Is nothing but resonance. Resonance. So what is the resonance? Why you have to learn about the new concept? Just I will tell what is the necessity and what is that one everything. Listen carefully. First I will write a resonance means for some compounds to explain all its properties, properties, one Lewis dot structure is not sufficient. What I am telling? In case of some special compound, to explain all its properties, one Lewis dot structure is not sufficient. Then what you have to write down? Or write down all possible structures. Then we have to see all possible Lewis dot structures we have to consider. Lewis dot structures we have to consider. So these all possible Lewis dot structures only specially calling as resonance structures. Resonance structures are also calling as a canonical structures. Canonical structures. And these all are having, all these resonance structures are having similar energy. and those all possible structures are mixed together, then we are getting a resonance hybrid. This resonance hybrid having a least energy. You know very well, least energy means more stable. Then this resonance hybrid is explaining all its properties successfully, all its properties clearly. So such phenomena is calling as a resonance. And what is a concept? Resonance means for some compound to explain all its properties, one Lewis dot structure is not sufficient. Then what we have to do? Write down all possible Lewis dot structures for that molecule. So those all possible structures are calling as resonance structures, or also calling as a canonical structures. These all possible structures are having similar in energy. Those all possible structures are mixed together, we are getting a hybrid. That's calling as a resonance hybrid is the least energy, more stable. So this resonance hybrid, whatever you are getting, that will be explaining all the properties of the compound successfully. So the whole phenomena is calling as a resonance. Whatever possible structures is coming, calling as a resonance structures or canonical structure. By mixing of all resonance structures, we are getting a hybrid, that's calling as a resonance hybrid. Just I will explain what the concept here. You take a O3 molecule, you know very well O3 means ozone molecule. You see ozone molecule is there, O and O and O like this, ozone. Now every oxygen has 6 electrons in its valency shell, so we can show them as 6 dots around it. Is it clear, Amma? Yes. Now what happening, you know, this oxygen contributing 2 electron, this oxygen contributing 2 electron, they are involving in the sharing, we are getting double bond. After that we are getting 8 electrons here, 8 electrons here, but here coming only 6 electrons. So it can give in as example for the coordinate covalent bond. Now what happening, already stable and having lone pair? No, it's donating electrons to oxygen. Anyway we are getting a coordinate covalent bond. Okay, let me write down as a covalent bond. If you take like this one structure, it is not explaining all the properties of the ozone molecule. Why? Because if you take ozone, OO single bond length is there. So this length I am telling, in OO bond length is 148 picometers. If you take in this, actually OO double bond length is nothing but how much? Should be more or less? Less. Why? Here only 2 oxygen attached by single bond. Here double bond. Double bond means more attraction. More attraction means less length. So bond length is coming 121 picometers. This is the actual OO bond length. Commonly single bond means 148, double bond means 121. But in ozone molecule, OO length is coming 128 picometers. Not giving 148, not giving 121, but giving 128 picometers. But that value is not explained by this structure. Then what we have to do? Write down possible structures. Write down possible structures for this molecule means is already one structure. I will write one more structure. So that's calling as resonance structures. Just how means I will write here single bond, here double bond. This is the resonance structure 1, this is the resonance structure 2, or also calling as a canonical structure. Both are having similar energy. For example, it is the 50 kilocalories energy. For example, it is having 48 kilocalories energy. By mixing these two, what you are getting? A new breed we are getting, that's calling as hybrid. What is that one, sir? So by mixing these two, we are getting 3 oxygen atoms as usual. Single bond is also as usual, which is migrating pi electron. Left side here, here right side. This pi, the migration of the pi electron can be shown by dots. Now between oxygen and oxygen, is it exactly single bond? No. Is it exactly double bond? No. In between double bond and single bond. Double bond and single bond means length has to become in between. That's why this resonance hybrid is successfully explain all its characteristics. This is only we are calling as resonance hybrid. These two are calling as resonance structures are denoted by double side arrow marks. Okay, then these resonance structures are canonical structure. This resonance hybrid is a very stable because having very less energy. It's having around we are getting 46 we are getting. So compare with 50 and 48, 46 is the less energy. That's why resonance hybrid is more stable. So while joining from here to here, what happening? Energy will be releasing. That's why finally hybrid will be the more stable. So here one definition is there, resonance energy. What is the meaning of resonance energy, sir? The resonance energy means energy difference between most stable canonical structure and resonance hybrid. Most stable canonical structure means what? It is 50, it is 48. 48 is a less energy means more stable relatively. So the energy difference between resonance hybrid and most stable canonical structure means how much? 48 minus 46. 2 kilocalories energy will be there. Resonance energy means energy difference between most stable canonical structure or resonance structure and resonance hybrid. The difference is calling as a resonance energy. I will tell you one point here. Resonance energy is directly proportional to stability of molecule. So more difference is coming, more stability will be coming. Just I will tell you one more thing. Example for this one, second one. Carbon atom CO3 2 minus. Okay, if you imagine one Lewis dot structure, it is not explaining all the property. Just I will tell you one thing. Already you know Lewis dot structure, C double bond, O is like this. Here we are getting double bond, here single bond, here single bond. After that whole piece getting -2 charge. If you take like this one structure, it is unable to explain all the properties of the carbonate ion. Then what we have to do? Possible structures imagine. Possible structures only calling as resonance structures. How resonance structures is coming? By migration of the pi bond. So now you check it. Migration of the pi bond means C single bond O, single bond O, single bond O. Now pi bond on top I am bringing to right side. So then we are getting one more resonance structure we are getting. Can you write one more resonance structure? C, O and O double bond coming here. After that we can write whole power -2. The resonance structure 1, 2 and 3 are calling as resonance structures. But after mixing all together we are getting a hybrid. Hybrid means what? C, O, single bond is fixed, but pi bond is undergoing migration. That will be shown by writing dots. After that -2 charge. This is the resonance hybrid. These are resonance structures. Okay, now this is having, for example, 20 and 18 and 22, but this is having 16. Check it. Compare with canonical structures, and resonance hybrid is a more stable because having least energy. Now what is the resonance energy definition? Resonance energy means difference between most stable canonical structure. It is 20, 18, 22. Energy is inversely proportional to stability. Energy is less, more stable. More stable is second one minus hybrid. Hybrid how much? 18 minus 6 is also nothing but 2 kilocalories energy will be coming. Is it okay? Okay, now I will tell you one important point. Bond order will be there. Bond order. Sir, what is the meaning of bond order? Bond order means number of bonds between two atoms in a species, whether molecule or ion, whatever it is. Number of bonds between the two atoms in a species calling as a bond order. Nothing but number of bonds. Yes, here bond order is how much? 2. Here bond order is how much? 1. Here bond order is 1. Okay, now in case of resonance structure, but it is not fixed here. Here only coming 1, but next is also coming 1. How can you find out the bond order in case of resonance structures? Okay, now fix these two particles. So together how many bonds is appearing in all resonance structure between carbon and oxygen? 2 bonds here. Here 1 bond. here one bond together. Now my target, I want to find out the bond order in carbon and oxygen, in between carbon and oxygen. Okay, here two bonds, here one bond, here one bond, together 4 bonds is coming. By how many structures is coming? 3. So it is nothing but 1.33. Bond order is 1.33. What is the meaning of bond order is 1.33? Single bond is there, but 0.3 means is not exactly pi bond. Then pi bond, weak bond, means we have to show that one as dots. Are you getting or no? Yes. Now I will write some important things. What are the rules to write? For example, here find out what is the bond order in ozone molecule. I want to find out here and here. Yes, I am taking left side. So in between two oxygen here, single bond, here double bond, together 3 bonds. By how many resonance structures? 2 resonance structures. Is nothing but 1.5. 1.5 means what? 1 means single bond. Bond order 1.5 means one bond order 1 means single bond. Bond order 2 means double bond. Bond order 3 means triple bond. That's it, maximum. Now you are getting 1.5. More than 1 single bond is there. Remaining 0.5 refers a weak pi bond. That's why we are showing that one as single line and dotted lines we are showing. So bond order in resonance structures means is nothing but between the two particle total bonds in all resonance structures by number of resonance structures we are writing is nothing but we are getting 1.33 we are getting. See, what are the rules to write the bond order or resonance structures? I will tell you one important thing. First point, constant particle position. Constant particle position is remains same. So while writing resonance structure, is there any change in the constant particle position? No, constant particle is fixed. And second point, no changes in number of lone pairs and number of bond pairs in all resonance structures. In all resonance structures. What is the meaning of this one? Sir, here how many bond pairs are there? 4. 4 2s are 8 electrons or 4 bond pairs are there. How many lone pairs is coming? I think here 3 lone pair, here 3 lone pair, here only 2 lone pair is coming, I think. Okay, 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 2, 8 lone pairs. Here also should get 4 bond pairs and 8 lone pairs. Like that here also 4 bond pairs and 8 lone pairs. I am telling that only. Okay, no changes in the number of lone pairs, bond pair in all resonance structures. But what changing, sir? Third point, that only pi bond is migrating. Pi bond is migrating over. Only yes, the constant particle position is fixed in all structures. Number of lone pair, bond pair is also no changes, but pi bond is undergoing a migration. Top, right, left. 3 possible structures. As all of you understood, I think? Yes, it's a good concept. Now, we are going to discuss some important concept, molecular orbital theory. First, what will learn? Lewis dot structures. Coastal-Lewis theory actually will learn. After that, Lewis dot structures will learn. After that, valence bond theory will learn. Valence bond theory. After that, hybridization will learn. Hybridization is failed when molecule having a lone pairs. Means when molecule having lone pair, the shapes and angles will be changing. It's not explained by hybridization. So we will learn about VSEPR theory. The VSEPR theory is a successful theory to explain the shapes and bond angles when the molecule is having a lone pairs on the central atom. Now we are discussing about the very important theory is nothing but molecular orbital theory. Molecular orbital theory. Today I will explain the theory for the molecular orbital concept. It is shortcutly writing as MOT. In NEET and CET examination, guarantee question from this one. Molecular orbital theory, MOT. So what is this theory, sir? What is the use of this one? It is not explain how chemical bonds is forming or how shapes or angles will be changing. It is mainly explain the stability of the molecules. It is mainly explain the stability of the molecules and it is explaining about the bond orders. Bond orders. What is the meaning of bond order? Number of bonds. Number of bonds between the atoms in a molecule. And it is mainly explained that this is the main reason for success of this theory is a magnetic nature. Magnetic nature of substance. So molecular orbital theory is successfully explained when whether molecule is stable or unstable, and bond orders means a double bond is there, single bond is there, or bond is not there, these things. And it is also successfully explained the magnetic nature of the things. I will tell you some postulates today. Listen carefully. Postulates. What are the postulates of this one? So today theory is very important, then nothing, the concept is nothing for you. Just you see, first point is nothing but atoms are combined together, we are getting molecules. Atoms are combined together, we are getting molecules. Means what? Means in case, next point, means in case of atoms are combined together, we are getting molecules. Okay, first point. Next point, in case of atoms, electrons enter into which one? Atomic orbital. Atomic orbital. The atomic orbital is a monocentric, polycentric. Atom single, that's why the electron is influenced by single nucleus. That's why the atomic orbital is the monocentric. But in case of molecules, electrons are enters into which one? Molecular orbital. Molecular orbital. Molecular orbital is also monocentric. No, why? Molecule is formed by combination of the so many atoms. That's why the electrons are electrons is influenced by more than one nucleus. He is calling as is a polycentric. Polycentric. Understood? When atoms are combined together, we are getting molecules. In case of atoms, electron enter into atomic orbital. The atomic orbital is a monocentric. In case of molecule, electrons are enter into molecular orbitals, then because the molecule is formed by so many atoms, that's why it is a polycentric. And next point we have to discuss here very carefully. So generally, how many atomic orbitals are joined together? The same number of molecular orbitals we are getting. How many atomic orbitals is combined? The same number of molecular orbital we are getting. Like hybridization, how many atomic orbitals are entering? The same number of hybrid orbital we are getting. In this molecular orbital, dividing into two sets, half of the molecular orbitals are having less energy. Less energy means what? More stable. They are calling as bonding molecular orbital. They are calling as a bonding molecular. Remaining half is there. Remaining half of the molecular orbital are having higher energy. Higher energy means less stable. They are called as anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Did you got my point? How many atomic orbitals is combined? The same number of molecular orbital is coming. In that, for example, 10 atomic orbitals is combined. Then we are getting 10 molecular orbital. In 10, half means 5 are having less energy, more stable, calling as a bonding molecular orbital. Remaining 5 are having higher energy, calling as less stable or anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Did you got my point? Yes. We will go for some other important things. Atomic orbitals enters, while electrons enter into atomic orbital, they are following which rules? Aufbau principle, Pauli's principle, and also Hund's rule. The same rules is also followed by electron while enter into which one? Molecular orbital. Yes, while filling electron in atomic orbital, what rules they are following? The same rules is also followed by electrons while filling into the molecular orbitals. And we will see some other things atomic orbitals are denoted by some special things, is nothing but representation s, p, d, f. But molecular orbitals is denoted by some special representation, sigma, pi and delta. Yes. Okay, we'll see to a continuation in the next class. Okay na? Yes.